It's been a while. About a year and a bit now. Last time I streamed was in October 2023 when Spider-Man 2 came out. And I never picked back up on it because it crashed. The live stream crashed. Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah. So, in this video, I'm just going to be talking hypothetical stuff. Mainly because we all know this will never happen. It's inevitable, it's been 11 years at this point, so... But yeah. I have made maybe quite a few videos on this.
Hey,
for whatever reason.
Yeah, who's this?
Knowing that there's actually no like
fan of your work.
opportunity
That
that it
tag
would ever happen.
Face your fears, right?
But
I get what
then
you
again,
mean.
with new consoles coming out every day,
And I wanna help.
anything
Okay.
is possible.
Well, if you want to help, you can help me find one of the
Or
escape
whatever.
conduits who might be here in the landing district.
Oh, well, why do you want it?
So before I
shake
get
hands for
into
hand.
what
Okay.
there actually needs to be in the
I've
next
heard
game,
that
in my
DUP's
opinion
planning to
anyway,
take all the suspected conduits they've routed up and move them to this holding facility they built downtown. Convoy's supposed to come
yeah,
right through
I
the
actually
landing
don't know.
district, cut
I have
across the
nothing
island.
planned for this,
Okay.
but
You
you
happen to
know,
know
I'm
if
just
any
going to
of
go
these
with
people
some
have
things that
actual
I thought of.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't actually thought of a full-fledged story yet, but when I actually have, I will
I'm
probably
sorry, man. What'd you say your name was?
upload that.
It's a dorky name.
I'm going to start with the story now. So, the game obviously needs to be a sequel. We've already had a prequel with Infamous First Light and some things that I actually think were a bit better done than Second Son, like the kind of, I don't know.
Hey,
Not
Eugene,
like,
I'm thinking the easiest
I
thing to
don't
do
know,
here is somehow drop
the
the rogue
handling
a
of
little, you know,
powers
pull the
was
rug out from underneath him.
Well,
simpler because it
No,
was
can't
a
take the chance
character
that you
only
kill the
has one
conduit I'm
power
looking
instead
for.
of four.
I think I'm just
Even
gonna
though
cut the
supposedly meant
supports.
to be
And the
12.
trucks will make it drop a little.
I'll tell you
It's
12
a
are
rogue
meant to
light.
be for this game,
see, man, this is why I'm such a big fan.
or
I
10,
wish I
actually
could
don't
be
know.
there to see it.
Well, come
Small
on out and
Video,
watch.
Neon
You
and
know,
Con
for
3
safe
were already
distance, of
in the
course.
game,
'Cause
using
when we
Neon right
conduits go to
now.
work, you mortals better give us
Last
wide
and
berth.
Y were meant to be
Right.
DLC.
Right, well, you know what, on second thought,
Paper was also meant to be DLC. Steel, Nature, and Shadow were meant to be in it, including Angels and Demons,
Eugene,
a bit
when's this
similar to
convoy supposed to
Eugene's
show up?
video power.
Tonight sometime? I really don't
But
know for sure.
I don't know,
Are you still
they
the
kind of
OSS?
went to go
Yeah,
with
still
just
here.
this kind
Started
of
making friends
design
with the
of
locals.
video
Doesn't
and
seem
not
any traffic
anything
up top,
specific
man.
to,
Yeah,
you know,
because the dupes took it over.
demons or
Closed it
whatever
off
you want to
to
call
citizens.
it.
So you finished with the sports?
But
Yep,
yeah.
all done. About to head topside and get ready for a little game
So-
of chicken with the dupes.
I kind of want the story to take place either a few months after Second Son or maybe a year or so. What I want to happen is still focus on Delson, obviously. His story is not finished yet. For that to happen, I kind of want him to. So he's obviously saved everyone in Puerto UK after defeating Augustine. He's went back,
Hey, Eugene, talk to me, man.
but
What am I looking for in
the
this
thing
convoy?
is, I'm checking something actually. Give me a minute. I'm actually
I
speaking
don't
while
know. I
I'm
mean,
with
they're
myself.
moving a lot of prisoners, so maybe look for some buses.
I want him to question what's so good about having these powers, other than to help people. What benefit is he getting
I
out
don't
of
think they can
it?
see me in the fog.
He doesn't want to stop, he does like helping, but he is going to start to question that,
Come on,
and
just hand over your
if we're going
prisoners,
to make
and
some
we'll call
pretty
it a day.
interesting choices. So, I've got a list here of just general ideas, I guess, right? So, one of them being the map that we play in. So, we played in Seattle for pretty much all of Second Son. Just the start of it, we played where the Polish tribe was, until we had to move to Seattle and the other half of Seattle. But this game, I kind of want. There needs to be also more references to the original Infamous games, as that is what this game is partially based off of. What needs to happen is we need to go to New Maraes, where Cole was in the second Infamous game, and Empire City in the first one, as I feel like part of the story would delve would be of Delves learning about Cole and what he did when he was alive before he sacrificed himself to kill all conduits, and that kind of failed, as it always does, as this game proves it. But
got it. So what's
basically,
it do?
It's a signal tracker. You can listen in on the DUP's communications. But the cool thing is you can also use it to pinpoint the direction the signal's coming
so I
from.
was just answering the question, you know.
They're gonna take this thing out for a test drive.
So Delson would go over to a rebuild, one of the two. New Maraes would have his memorial, so I think that would be a good place to go. So let's just say he goes to New Maraes. Another idea is to have memorial of mentions of Cole, stuff about him, maybe videos of him that Delson finds and uses for himself in a way. Cole shouldn't come back alive. After you play as him for 2 in the kind of DLC based game, I really don't see a point in a way. But yeah. So don't have Cole return, make him stay dead, but have Zeke return as he was Cole's best friend, and him and Delson did actually, you know, speak in Second Son's Cole's Legacy DLC. Have them actually meet, and Zeke would tell Delson all of what Cole did, and kind of starts to change Delson's perspective on being more of a hero that knows why he does what he does, just doesn't do it because he's kind of almost been thought he's made to do it in a way. You get what I mean? Okay, what we also need to have was like an Infamous 2 where civilians will react if you choose either the good or bad path. And so Infamous 2, if you were bad, they would start attacking you, even though it's pretty stupid of them. What are they actually going to do? I just died. Well, funny, right? Against someone with that much power. But in Second Son, they didn't really do anything except for the end where they hit you, but realistically, they didn't actually do much damage to you. So the game definitely needs to have people actually reacting to you based on what your actions have done. I have way more ideas for how the powers would work, and some ideas for that, but it's a story that's confusing to satisfy people and to make it realistic. Any other ideas? Yeah, Cole's sacrifice would be shown at the beginning of the game. You could also have maybe the RFI or the Race Sphere returning in the game, which can lead to some very it falling into the wrong hands and all that, and the destruction of everything. You know, sounds familiar. What we'll look at the world today. So I'm checking something. Actually, someone watching. Wow, that is shocking, right? Right, we're going to move on to how the powers would work.
Sorry, I got other.
Now, not what the powers are. I might do that at the end or whatever. But yeah. So first thing I've got down for powers, something kind of obvious. They would look visually different.
There were
This
3 on the overpass. And
here
there's still
actually
2 out
looks,
there.
you know, really like, nice
Hey
in
there,
a way,
friend of mine.
but
Still there?
for it being on a new configure,
One
up
minor
the
setback and
scales a
you hang
little
up
bit.
on me. Some fan you are.
If they had time to do that, I mean, that is what they surely did for this game, but and they can add to rush it, which is like terrible, like absolutely outrageous to be fair, might sue them, right? So that's one idea I have. Now the next one uh, it's kind of in this game. I'll show you what I need to find here to train it. So when you press R2, you can fire a single smoke shot, right? But if you hold it down, one of the abilities is Cinder Blast. It's more of an upgraded version of your single smoke. It's for if you look at the bottom left of the screen. If you look at the bottom left of the screen, you'll notice that obviously the powers have a kind of meter of how much of that you can actually use before it runs out. Once it slowly starts to go down, when you press R2 to use more energy, or of that actual power. What I want for that is just, you can do that anyway. If you choose to hold down R2, I should say for Neon, you could make a Neon laser like Fetch did in this game, but you can't do that. Yeah. Oops. Didn't mean that. So that's another thing, because
Okay, this is not going the way I expected.
it would be more
Gotta find that
useful
last bus
if
before
you
whatever
just,
did this does.
in order to get more use for the energy, you would have to lose it, but then again, you could have longer attacks. Another way is, since concrete was rushed in this game, the only way that you can access it is through defeated DUP soldiers at the end of the game, and they don't really spawn in often. So a new way to do that would be, you could still choose to go through all of the city and absorb it, or a button would be invented, or like a main menu, to actually click it and switch the power that you're using. Damn, this one viewer is very loyal. Yeah, so you don't have to go absorb every bit of smoke you see. You can just click one button on your controller and then boom shakalaka, you can switch a power. You know, click the button, click Neon, you have Neon now, you know, no need for going to absorb every light you see. I need to get up to a high place here. So this one viewer watching, I'm going to guess you have an Xbox and cannot play the game. Yeah, are they still watching? They are. Right. Another idea, which is kind of some ideas that people already had, you can combine powers now, in a way. Like in Infamous 2, you know, electric and ice, or electric and whatever. You can actually use power combinations now. So let me think of an example. You could have Neon and Smoke, or Video and Concrete, if you'd want. So yeah, power combinations to actually use. If you'd want. Now, another way to get power upgrades is, or to unlock them, instead of having to go around the map looking for glass shards or whatever, what I call them, the blue things on the map, just by upgrading your karma, you can unlock some free abilities. You do not always need to go looking about for stupid blue dots in the map. It is quite annoying. I came first in Poland today, by the way. Yeah, I lost the second game. They got lucky though, right? Yeah, well, still.
There's just too many of them.
Now, this was something that was in Infamous 2, but isn't in this game for some reason. When you play, obviously, Good Karma or Bad Karma, I'll show you an example. You cannot use... So I'm on Evil Karma now. You cannot use these kind of powers, you know, you cannot use them. It says requires good karma. Yeah. In Infamous 2, if you played a third playthrough after you did a good and bad walkthrough, you can actually just unlock all the powers and switch between them. Why haven't they done that again? I actually don't know. It would have been useful. Yeah. So, be able to actually use both sides of the powers, if they're good or bad or whatever.
Coming from above, they're right overhead.
Okay then, keep your helmet on, right. Now, also, like you can see on the top left, that is a karmic meter. So, mine's just like a quarter through because I've not killed as many innocent people yet. But there should be that for powers as well, to show how powerful it is so far. If it's like quite low or the line isn't completely full, that will show that you've only just really unlocked your power and have not reached its full potential. But once you keep playing and that meter slowly goes up, it will show that your power has slowly reached full potential. Wow. Another idea is something more simpler. As you level up, this was in like the Marvel Spider-Man games, you automatically get some sort of boost to damage that you do. You know, like, you get... It was for HP mainly. You hit... Basically, if you level up, you get extra health in the game. So, why shouldn't they do the same again, right? Like, what is so wrong with it? Yeah, I'm not fighting him. We're just going to do an orbital drop here, right? This guy is not surviving, right? Right, so, yeah. Another power idea which was in Infamous 2 was you could assign different buttons for different powers in a way. So, let's say for example, circle for this is smoke dash, but when I press square it could be the neon chain instead of the smoke chain, or whatever you might call it, the melee attack. So that would be good. To get some powers right, that's just an idea, you would have to work with your allies or whoever you choose to side with and earn their trust, and then if you eventually do that, you get to use their power. Or gain the power. And, you know, use it, betray them, whatever you want to do. Like, the game won't care. That is a more interesting way to get the powers, if you will.
Are you kidding me right now? So either
So, yeah,
one of those escape
this one's really random.
Or I'm going
when I'm
undercover.
playing on the PS5, the controller lights up kind of red because I'm on Evil Karma, so that would be good if whatever power you're using, that will be the colour that your controller light up. So neon could be purple, video blue, smoke orange, and concrete yellow for the DUP soldiers. Another idea is some missions will require you to use certain powers. So we have a mission where you need to use concrete specifically, or a mission where you just need to use neon or whatever. It would be an interesting gameplay dynamic, to be fair. Now, this one is really random, and I kind of just thought of this. Let's have a wee look at neon for a minute, eh? So, the colour of the neon here is blue and yellow, right? When we absorb it, it changes into red and pink, which kind of makes no sense, but I'm not going to question the game's logic. So what I kind of want to happen is, if you absorb, like, you know, blue neon, that will be the colour that your neon is until you have to recharge. Whatever colour you choose then will be the new colour. Now, another thing is this. Since the PS5 is a much faster console and has more capabilities, make sure that traversal is much more faster. I mean, this is cool, but it needs to be more faster for it to actually properly reach its limits and actually go faster. If you get what I mean. Yeah. Now this one's also another idea. Let's just say Eugene's second son would return. He's the nerdy one, the gamer one you get the video powers from. He would return and teach you how to use video in a more way he would.
And I guess because they just scream, attack me. I'm a suspected bioterrorist. So you want some private to get undressed,
teach you to kind of use it, yeah, more like him in a way.
Sit while you changed. A porta potty would be perfect. You'd kill two birds with one stone.
So basically, yeah, that's just an idea. And the last one I've got for power, it's more of a game mode. If you played The Last of Us 2, which I'm guessing the viewer hasn't because they probably have an Xbox, for the PS5 remaster, there was a game mode called No Return. Basically, in that, you had to survive a run-through of a survival game mode. The game would spawn in random enemies, play as a character you choose. So I'm going to change it a wee bit.
Okay.
You choose which enemies you want to face, and you have to use a random power that the game gives you. It can either work in your favour or not. It's not my problem. Now, what will the actual powers be for the game? Is probably the main thing. So, start off, 4 powers that need to return are the 4 in this game. Smoke would return. Differences.
Hey, I'm not with the DUP, and I'm not a freak who goes around opening
differences would be that.
Wait, I saw him first.
Smoke would relatively be the same, just make the smoke dash a bit, you know, more efficient, if you will, or more actually faster, as you can see. The one viewer can see.
Yeah, about time you made it across.
Same with Neon. Keep that the same, except make it faster and that. Video, stay the same, but upgrade it a wee bit more. Have more karma-based things.
I saw one on the ground in Hing Hang Market. Looked like a bitch to get off. Locks all over it.
Gotta say, little brother, getting the hang of this manhunt thing.
This one viewer watches the videos more often, right?
Whoa, no thanks. One cop in the family is embarrassing enough.
If they have any sort of brain, right? They probably don't. Probably gonna regret saying that. Anyways, so smoke, video neon, and concrete need to return, and concrete actually has to be fully completed. Concrete does not have a karma bomb or any karma-based powers, so that needs to happen, obviously. Now, the new powers would be, 3 of them would be glass, paper and wire, mainly because they were cut from Second Son, so I don't see what's so wrong about putting them in. Others could be nature, steel and shadow, because they were also cut. Ridiculous. One I thought of would be either sound or music. Easy to generate. All it is literally just generating sound around you, you know? It's like you could just generate the sound of someone yapping absolute nonsense. I do that every day anyway, so I'm quite experienced with it, and I have to listen to it. Do that, and you can get either sound or music-based attacks. Yeah. That is all the ideas I have for now. I know this was a very short stream, 25 minutes, but I probably will stream another day. Um, yeah, I know I've been away for ages, but also because school's been busy and all that, with prelims and exams and all that, and having to help people, with stuff, and helping people that don't have a brain actually find one. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. To the one person that's watching, subscribe, unless you're on YouTube Kids for some reason. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the video here. Yeah, my controller wouldn't stop stick drifting. Oh yeah.